Dans le laboratoire, on fait pas de faute éliminatoire. Le cœur en verre comme Terminator. Je les vois de loin comme les Miradors. Miette la taille de la jante. Beaucoup de papier, pas de langue de bois. Le bracelet.
Welcome everyone, so happy to have you along for this 2K Sports presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And it's Atlanta to start out. Here's Beckers. Kicks it out to Ariza. Pass to Mourning. Here's Beckers. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Mitchell with it. Outside for Randall. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul.
Personal foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Here's Beckers. It's a three-point game.
And love to see the effort from Mitchell at the defensive end, getting a hand up and challenging that shot.
Wilkins can't get it to go. At the elbow, Edwards. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Fires for three. And the basket by Beckers.
The sweet stroke from Paige Beckers, so smooth from deep.
And you talk about size, coach, strength, and bounce. Jalen Duren drawing comparisons now to a young Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he certainly is, Kevin. And look, I like to be careful when we're making those kind of comparisons with a young player and a Hall of Famer like Dwight Howard. But there are similarities with the athleticism and the relentless approach to defense and rebound. That shot is huge for Banchero. When he's knocking that down, it changes the defense's entire approach to him.
Here's Beckers. Pass to Edwards. Stolen by Wilkins. Oh, and here we go. Wilkins has got it. The fast break chance. And here's Atlanta. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly.
Anthony Edwards.
Good on the triple. Edwards got 7.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
.52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. There's the drive. And Griffin sends it back.
And how about the timing there? Griffin using that athleticism on the defensive end to block it.
Charlotte making a switch. Mitchell outside. From the arc. Atlanta with the rebound.
That's just a great effort on the defensive side. Plaster to the shoot.
And there's the drive. Ariza with the bucket.
Such an accurate shooter off the pass. Ariza, a quick thinker who knows he can score in those situations.
Down low. Shakes him. And it's sent back by Wilkins.
The offense thought it'd be an easy shot, but he proved them wrong there with authority.
Here's Beckers for three. Buries the long-range jumper. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Atlanta leads by 10. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Atlanta?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And let's also give them some credit for running the pick so well. They're making the most of their chances to score in transition.
Well, Love was knocked down from deep in his prime, and he's showing he still has some juice from out there.
Here's Beckers. Out to Doncic. Pass to Ariza. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Ariza's got 5.
Look at Ariza's mechanics. He's put in the work on that jump shot.
And the call will be against Julius Randle.
Julius Randle.
That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Atlanta leading by 9. Well, Coach, we know there's a lot of expectations tied to a #1 pick. Sometimes they fall flat, but that has not been the case so far with Anthony Edwards.
Oh, it sure as heck hasn't, Kevin.
Number 10.
But I think it starts with Anthony Edwards welcomes the expectations. He wanted the expectations, and he has pushed himself to play to that level on a nightly basis, and he's done it.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Monroe looking around. And Edwards launches it from deep. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Pass to Birdsong. Just 5 to shoot. Trying to get open is Irving. Birdsong, good. Birdsong's got the lead up to 13 now for Atlanta. For 3, Edwards. For 3, Edwards nails it.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this.
And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
Checking in for Charlotte. Blake Griffin. J.R. Smith. Dominique Wilkins. Donovan Mitchell.
And so here's Charlotte. Down by 12. Takes a 3. Mitchell from long distance.
A creative score. Mitchell uses that versatility and shot-making ability to keep the defenders guessing.
And it's Dominique Wilkins with the foul.
Dominique Wilkins.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Fourth team foul.
We've got 1:28 left to play here in the half. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Kuzma.
And good defensive focus there from Griffin, not allowing the shooter to get by him.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And let's face it, every point matters in this league. You have to take advantage of these freebies.
Blake Griffin.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Doncic fires from way outside. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Smith outside. Traps in the tray.
An absolute sharpshooter. J.R. Smith always rises with confidence.
Here's Irving. And Griffin sends it back.
I mean, what more can you do when it comes to interior defense? That's perfect.
Atlanta shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. You know, Greg, when Kyrie elevates off the dribble, it's a work of art.
He makes it look so easy, but that fluidity is the result of countless hours in the gym and perhaps an innate gift for the extraordinary.
And Kuzma has it in the corner. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. To the inside. Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Nothing the defense can do about that. Randall just powers it down.
Pass to Birdsong. It'll count. Wow! Huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
And a close game so far through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. It's Atlanta. They lead by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Pass to Randall. It's up a 3. The rebound by Alonzo Mourning. Atlanta leading by 5.
Blocking
and the foul called on Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin.
That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
So it's Atlanta now. To the left wing. From past the arc. And it's Becker's missing. Randall outside. Back to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
Oh, man. Griffin is a monster around the rim.
Over in the corner, Edwards. Wasted no time on that one.
Assistant.
Edwards got 9.
And that's a timely pass, setting her teammate up for success.
And Mitchell launches it from deep. Rebound, Atlanta.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And it's Banchero missing.
I'm a bit shocked, honestly, that he misses that. That's his shot in rhythm.
Well, what you love about Paige Bueckers, if you need her to be a scoring guard, she's got you. But Bueckers can also be your playmaker. So you have the best of both worlds.
Pass to Ariza. To the paint. Outside Edwards. Here's Bueckers. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And you watch Paolo Banchero. GA offensively, he is a load to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, he can cross you up, hit you with the spin move, score over either shoulder. This young man is a force.
It's slammed in by Wilkins.
And he just possesses that ability to wow the crowd every time he steps on the hardwood. They don't call him the human highlight for nothing.
We've got 1:48 left to play here in the third. Inside for the tie. Here's Randall for the lead. And it's Dominique Wilkins with the 3. Wilkins has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, look, just a few years ago, that's a bad shot. Not anymore.
Pass to Duran. Here's Peckers. Covered by Mitchell. Fast break now for Charlotte. It's deflected.
An effective stopper at the rim. Duran sure knows how to use those long arms of his.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
The concentration it takes to finish through contact, impressive.
For Charlotte, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
You can tell Dominique Wilkins just has that extra edge to his game. He's always hunting down his next bucket and willing to fight to get it.
Pass to Beckers. Ariza has the open look. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moves.
It's Ariza on the wing. Pass to Edwards. Fires from deep. Love grabs the board. It's stolen by Edwards. It's deflected. And it goes out of bounds.
Ball goes to Atlanta.
Last touch by Monroe.
In for Charlotte, number 5.
Just 4 seconds left in the third. It's been all about Dominique Wilkins for Charlotte. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to
35.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Atlanta trails by 6. And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebound, Wilkins.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything he wanted defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Here's Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And 11 points for Anthony Edwards.
Well, I love when guys like Edwards work inside. Don't settle for jumpers. Get a solid look close to the rim.
And it's Banchero missing.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the triggers.
Well, we've seen this movie before. Edwards is rolling, and his energy right now is infectious.
Back to Monroe. From deep. And the 3 ball is good. Monroe's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Personal foul. First team
And a
foul.
moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach
For the
for
away
Charlotte.
team.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And on top of that, they're getting a lot of points off assists. And it's always a good sign when your team is working as a cohesive unit.
Doncic. And the 3 misses.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for. It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Irving fires. The 3 is off.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Mitchell. Randall outside. And stolen by Hibbert. Edwards with it. Wilkins picks him up. Now Edwards. Kyle Kuzma. The 3 doesn't go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Now Banchero. Mitchell outside. Off target from outside. Atlanta trails by 7.
This has reached desperation time for them.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
It's Randall with the drive.
Man, that is a strong drive by Randall. When he gets downhill, he's a load.
Irving! And he can't stop the run as that misses. Now Mitchell. Here's Banchero. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the 3.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
It's Edwards on the wing. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Along with Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this one on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time